Hey guys, Marslingan here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking the Easy Aid Candy VEGITO into the Legendary Goku event to see if we can in fact get him built up enough to be good enough to survive at the very end of the event. We talked about this very briefly on last night's podcast episode, and none of us had really tried it firsthand. I think Toon mentioned that obviously Jay Fanta, having used this unit a lot, being free to play, was saying that once you get to Int UI Goku, you need to pick up a good, I think it was like 7 or 8 orbs, he said, in order to even have a chance to survive hits from him. Now, obviously that was before his Easy A, so his stats are a little bit higher, and we do get more of a defensive buff if we can pick up tech orbs. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can build up enough to have a very strong showing at the end there. So I've decided to bring the free-to-play LR VEGITO Blue because he is another unit that obviously infinitely stacks. They don't share a ton of links, but they do have Shattering the Limit, so it shouldn't be an issue for either of them to super attack at all. And I think that'll just make a good little combo, a nice little free-to-play rotation of double infinite defense stacking units. So hopefully we can get through to the end and those guys can put in a pretty solid performance. But one thing I am wary of, and that I am sort of keeping in mind even at this early stage, is the free-to-play units that infinitely stack their defense. They don't stack as quickly as some of the bigger summonable units generally. So we do need to be careful that we don't go flying through the event so quickly that we don't actually get a chance to build up their defense at all. Because obviously we do have some pretty strong summonable units on this version of the team as well. So if we start getting through the stages a little bit too quickly, we're not going to get our infinite stacking boys here to stack very much in total by the time we're at the end. So obviously prioritizing getting the super attack with Candy VEGITO there, and then yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Not the best rotation here, as you can see, in terms of links, but we're gonna get the STR base Goku and Vegeta on rotation with our Int LR leader, and then just float off the other one. And then we'll have the friend Goku and Vegeta, the Supreme Kai of Time, and then Gowasu and Zamasu as our floating units once we've actually gotten our rotations sorted out here. So, I mean, this is the kind of turn that is really good for Candy VEGITO, because although we couldn't get any tech orbs, so we can't raise our attack, we've got Gowasu and Zamasu on the rotation, so we basically got 120k defense. It's not like we are in danger of taking really any damage here, and we got type advantage, and then of course the old 70% chance to dodge. So no dodge, we take 35 damage. And then of course we get to have another little raise here on our stats. There's the dodge. And then of course VEGITO Blue, we need to make sure we're getting the 12 key supers with him so that he can build up his defense as well. So I guess what we'll do is, obviously I want to see if Candy VEGITO can stand the heat once we get to Int UI Goku, but obviously when we get to those rotations, I probably will be putting the VEGITO Blue in front of the majority of the attacks. But I just want to see how well Candy VEGITO is actually going to be able to do in that scenario. So go ahead and do this. Might as well just keep grabbing all the same type orbs. Not too bothered about watching the Dokkan meter specifically. By the time we get to the end, obviously because we're rocking the Candy VEGITO and VEGITO Blue as one of our main rotations, our damage output is not going to be as much as if we're running just a full-on crazy all-out Potara team. So I mean, we can get 2 tech orbs there, get a little bit of extra attack. We're not going to have crazy defense because we've got no support here. We've got 2 orbs, yeah, 79k. So let's see if he can come through here with the dodging, because our defense is not as high as we would like it to be. And there you go. So going to get a little bit of a raise here. I mean, that goes to show you though, on the Potara team under this lead, we don't have a lot of his attack links active. And with only 2 tech orbs, he was almost at 1,000,000 attack stat. So that is actually pretty good. We just need to get lucky and get one of those nice rotations where there's just a ton of tech orbs available for us to pick up. That would be that'd be real good. So in fact, let me try. Well, actually no, it doesn't matter. We'll kill him this turn. I was gonna say I could try and manipulate the field here, a bit like this. Have all of these tech orbs ready to go for us next turn, but unfortunately, Goku is not going to survive this turn. So, but we'll have to try and set something like that up for a future turn if we can. So now we're on to Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I believe they have a link, don't they? Mono meets the eye. So let's go ahead and let them do that. Get this for you. That's what, 6. 6 orbs, all non-tech, unfortunately. So no attack buff here. And let's see what we can do. Oh, we're going to get super attack straight away, so that's nice. I don't know how high Vegito's defense is. Yeah, still taking 130k. But we are getting the Dokkan attack here. It is with Vegito Blue, only his 12 key super. So if he doesn't crit, we're not really going to do a lot of damage. But even from that super attack, we didn't really lose a lot of health. I mean, the Potara team, obviously very strong. Even running these like couple of free-to-play units, we have 575,000 HP. So the team is definitely not in danger of just randomly getting one-shot by a super attack. But double 12 key super from Vegito Blue, obviously very good because that's another stack. So yeah, he's not taking any damage from normal attacks now, which is good. And then Candy Vegito, I guess thanks to the buff from Supreme Kai of Time, almost at the 1 million attack stat, even though we didn't pick up any tech orbs, so that was very good. And then of course Supreme Kai of Time in the final slot, she massively raises her defense, and she has type advantage, so yeah, she's not going to take any damage from Goku here. So, get a little bit of a heal, and then probably finish off Goku this turn, I would think. I mean, this is a very strong rotation. I mean, almost a 4 million attack stat off of the LR Vegito is pretty good. This is the kind of thing, though, that's factoring into what I was saying at the beginning. I am a little bit unsure how this is going to work by when we get to the end of the event. Are we actually going to have stacked our defense reasonably enough with Candy Vegito? Because he does stack so much slower. It'd be very interesting to see what he's going to be at when we get to Int UI Goku. Because even, remember, against STR UI Goku, who does obviously still also hit very hard, we can still dodge. But then once we get to Int UI Goku, we can't dodge and we have type disadvantage. So that's where it starts to become a little bit more of a concern. So we're going to do this, so then we can grab some tech orbs here. And then can't super with you, but that's fine because yeah, the Vegito Blue should now be at a point where he doesn't have to worry too much. God Goku is normally the turning point in this event where you start to notice him dealing a fair bit more damage to you. So the Vegito Blue obviously going to be fine here. Candy Vegito over 1.2 million on the attack now. Then we get the dodge. That's what we like to see. Dodge this. Okay, this will probably do a fair bit of damage. Yeah, 200k, okay. Yeah, Gowasu and Zamasu, unfortunately, they provide a nice defensive buff to everybody, but if they don't dodge with their built-in, I think, is it 50% for them? They do take quite a bit of damage. But then, of course, stuff like this will happen if you do start taking too much damage, so... Although, now that I think about it, this kind of plays into that worry of, are we going to have enough time to stack Candy Vegito? Because now that Int Vegito has transformed, that means this is going to happen. And we're now hitting like 1.5 million crit counters, which, yeah, God Goku probably doesn't survive this turn. He doesn't even survive this first slot here, I don't think. Or, well, maybe if this counter isn't a crit, he lives. But it was. Oh, he did live anyway. Okay, wow. Tiny sliver of health, so obviously STR Goku and Vegeta are going to finish him off. So this means we now move on to Blue Goku already. Not sure about this one. Let's have a look at our Candy Vegito. Okay, we've got no support on the rotation, so that's good. See what his natural defense actually is. Yes, he's only up to 78k. I'm pretty sure once we get to like int UI, we really need to be having like at least 200k defense. Obviously it goes up after you pick up the orbs, but we need to be having at least 200k defense, or we're just going to get absolutely crushed by int UI Goku. So what I am going to do though, obviously legendary Goku events, they take longer to do in general anyway. When it comes to making videos. So when we get to int UI Goku at the end, if Candy VEGITO just gets absolutely destroyed, then yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, and I will pass the ruling that he doesn't quite stand up to requirement for this event, which I mean shouldn't really be much of a surprise to anyone. He's a free-to-play unit with type disadvantage, even though they've reworked him with his EZA to make it so he's a lot better defensively, especially than he used to be. Yeah, he's probably not designed for going up against int UI Goku. So, but we'll see. Obviously, the biggest problem is, of course, the orbs, because he relies so much on the fact that his passive is entirely like nuking based. If we get a bad rotation where we really can't pick up a lot of orbs, regardless of how we try and maneuver, then that's when we are going to be in a serious amount of trouble. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. int VEGITO, going to go off here. I guess realistically, I don't want to make the video super long, but like in terms of giving Candy VEGITO the best possible shot, I probably should be deliberately not supering with units like this int VEGITO, because apparently he's going to just do things like additional super attack anyway. Another crit counter. And yeah, so yet another quick defeat for one of the forms of Goku here. So we're definitely going to have to be careful. LR VEGITO Blue is definitely going to have to be the main tank on that rotation. But let's see. I mean, we got Supreme Kai of Time. So what is our defense looking like for him now? 130k, and that's without picking up any orbs. But yeah, see, again, like if this was in UI, this rotation would be real bad for us, because we only get what, like 40% defense off of 4 non-tech orbs. So we still got 168k, which is decent in a general sense, but I have a feeling like when we're at int UI, it's not going to be good enough. Because remember, we do still have this 70% dodge chance here against STR UI Goku. So yeah, double digits on the normal attack, that's good. And then a million attack stat, thanks to the support from Supreme Kai, because we didn't pick up any tech orbs. Well, there you go. So was that 6 attacks? We only got hit by 1 and it did double digit damage. So obviously, you would think, like, up to this point, the verdict is that, yes, EZA Candy VEGITO can hang in the legendary Goku event. But, yeah, we're not at the true test yet. And we're going to take a huge amount of damage here. Not ideal, but... Oh, well, the friend VEGITO decided to be on this rotation. I was going to say, this would be an opportunity where we could potentially have transformed the other one, but I guess we'll just do this. And now this man is going to get absolutely destroyed with counters. In fact, yeah, let's not super with you. We won't super with you. We want to try and get a few more supers in with Candy VEGITO if we can. So probably should do it this way. Shouldn't really have gone full bore with the 18 key super with LR VEGITO here. I mean, if we don't get too many crit counters, as you can see, non-crit counters don't do a huge amount of damage because he has a ton of defense. But then, yeah, as soon as you get a crit, you're literally doing like 1 million more damage with each counter. They get the additional, okay. I feel like when you're trying not to go off with supers and stuff for whatever reason, there's a couple of different strategies that you can, you know, be trying to do that for. Maybe you're trying to reach turn 6 in Super Battle Road to get like a VEGITO or Gogeta fusion. There's, you know, there's occasions where you're deliberately trying not to kill the enemy. And I feel like those are the situations where the hidden potential comes in more often. Because, yeah, got that additional super attack there. Fortunately, we haven't had any crit counters with the friend VEGITO, so that's good. And then let's see, what do we get here? See, they've got more than meets the eye as well, so let's just put you in the middle. Do this. Grab these. So yeah, we're not really prioritizing. Like, I don't really want to worry too much about tech orbs for Candy VEGITO, because he's obviously not really here to be the damage dealer. I just want to get his defense up as much as we can. Obviously that doesn't apply to the stacking, like he only stacks a certain amount per turn anyway. But we need to make sure we're supering, not too fussed about tech orbs. I mean, one thing we are going to see for 100% certainty is even if he can survive a little bit against UI Goku, he's not going to be doing any damage. I didn't give him a lot of crit because he has a stun chance. He obviously, I feel like full additional is the best way to go for him. And then you can start putting in crits after that. But alright, so yeah, let's save up these tech orbs for Candy VEGITO here. Just see what we can get out of him with those. Get the dodge with VEGITO. No crit counter though. I mean, I think we are fine to not take him out this turn, as long as we don't go crazy on like crits and additionals and stuff. He dodged the additional attacks, that's fine. Get a crit counter there. Gonna crit on this one. Yes, okay. Although, I guess he does have quite a bit of health left. But, I mean, these guys, damn, 3.7 million attack stat. They are 55% for me. So, that is pretty crazy. But yeah, the reason I am not transforming them is because they keep their damage reduction as long as they're in their unfused state. So, damn, Supreme Card time getting a bit whooped in the back end there. So, all right. So, let's grab all of these. What is our defense currently? 100,000. So we'll grab all of these. That gives us a pretty reasonable heal, and then we have 245,000. VEGITO Blue already has basically 245,000 as well. That's crazy. So if we grab those for him, that gives us a bit of a decent heal there. And then, yeah, let's just do this, because I think we should be finishing him off this turn. So dodge this. Of all the things not to dodge, and then 150k with how high his defense is. So even with like 250,000 defense, we still take pretty reasonable damage from a super attack, which is not great. Will VEGITO Blue finish things off here? He's got 3.3 on his attack. Obviously we know we can't get supered now, so everyone's just taking double digit damage for the rest of the turn. And then yeah, we do finish him off here. So here we go. We are at UI Goku. This is going to be I guess the moment of truth. I am going to go ahead and transform, and then we will probably go ahead and pop a Princess Snake, because it only gives us defense for this one turn, and then I guess we'll decide what we're going to do next turn when we see where all the attacks are, what orbs we can get for Candy VEGITO. Because as I said, you know, if Candy VEGITO just gets destroyed by UI here, then that's just going to be GG for the video. So let's see what he can do. So I'm going to put you first, and then go second with you, because VEGITO, the STR VEGITO does at least raise his defense after supering. Because that's the only downside to him, is obviously he has no damage reduction against normal attacks. So it's nice that he has counters, but he has no damage reduction to make those attacks that he's going to counter deal less damage in these harder modes. But he does raise defense on super. It's kind of where the flaw in his build comes in. Like, for me, compared to Bootank's at 55%, like Bootank's is insane. VEGITO and obviously Goku and Vegeta obviously are crazy good as well. But in these harder events, once you've transformed, you start taking quite a lot of damage, which is unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, he dodged STR VEGITO's super attack and his counter. How rude. So, alright. What have we got to work with Candy VEGITO here? Let me see it. Come on. Stop hitting Gowasu, because they can't dodge. Alright, so we see that the super attack is in slot 1. That is a lot of tech orbs. So I think what we do here is we do this, right? So we can do this, not get a super. Sorry, not get a 18 key super. And then that means we can give you all of this. So we've got Supreme Kai here, so we're already at 166,000. So then we'll do this, and we'll go up to 318,000 for Candy Vegito. So Supreme Kai at times really the only one to worry about, but we know she's not getting supered. She is going to raise her defense. She will still get hit quite hard. So let's see. We should survive the turn here, though, because Vegito, he's not going to take any damage from these normal attacks. We're going to raise our defense again with this Dokkan attack. So he's actually going to have more than the 300k defense that we saw. So he shouldn't take too much damage from the super attack, I don't think. And then hopefully everyone else on the turn is going to hold out. And then we're going to get that heal from the Dokkan attack at the end anyway. So let's see what we can get here. Come on, how much is this going to do? Still 100k, but 100k is not too bad at all. And then here we go, Candy Vegito. 2.4 million attack stat for Candy Vegito. Let's go. There you go, double-digit damage. I mean, we did get lucky. That was a huge amount of tech orbs to pick up. Being able to boost our defense to 300k was pretty nice there. And yeah, unfortunately, Supreme Kai time. She really needs to, when you get to Int UI, she needs to like double super in order to be not getting destroyed. So, right, so I guess we will, let's do this. Because we definitely are going to take some damage this turn for sure. So I'm going to try and do what I can to see if I can get like tech orbs to drop down. Although realistically I want more orbs as opposed to tech orbs. So let's do this. Because then I can drop that middle part down, I think, with Vegito Blue. Hopefully get a decent amount of orbs in the middle for Candy Vegito. But let's see. I mean, we're connecting with the LR Super Vegito here. Almost a 5 million attack stat. So this will do nice damage, especially with a crit. Actually, to be fair, if we get a lot of crit counters this turn, we might just kill him. Which will be hilarious, because it means the whole point of the video was to square off Candy Vegito against Int UI Goku. And we had literally one turn where they were face to face. And, I mean, Candy Vegito took double-digit damage, because we had a very good rotation for that particular turn. But it will be kind of funny if that's the only interaction that we end up getting, because I have a feeling that Goku's not going to survive this turn. Actually, no, he's not. Even with, well, I guess dodging, yeah, that comes into play. But he didn't dodge this, so he just dies. So, I mean, there you go. Candy Vegito, all the way up to Int UI Goku, you don't really have any problems with him whatsoever. And then, as you can see there, once you do get to Int UI Goku, as long as you can pick up a decent amount of orbs, then you're going to be fine. So, I mean, really the whole point is we completed the event with him on the team. So, I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to see him in action multiple times, but I mean, we're on the good side of that in the sense that he took no damage and we beat the event. So, I mean, we only used 2 items as well. So, very solid team. But there you go. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily recommend bringing him into the Legendary Goku event unless you absolutely have to, based on your options for your team. But, I mean, we showed here that as long as you get the good rotation, you manage to pick up a decent amount of orbs, he absolutely can not only survive, but actually tank very, very well. So, there you go. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link to my Discord in the description and join in the fun down there. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.